And we welcome you to the beautiful Mountain America Community Iceplex. I'm Liam Cohane, joined alongside Tanner, Buck, and Tanner. We have a great game ahead of us. The division rivals of the independent division, University of Arizona and Arizona State University. What do you got for the game today?
Oh my God, an exciting game. We got two of the top teams in the conference. Two of the top teams in the division right now. Both at 10 points. U of A one game ahead with a win. The last time these teams faced off, it was a close match that ended in a 2-0 lead for the Sun Devils. The defense held this U of A offense down to no goals. Edner had a shutout, great performance. After that win, ASU in the last 4 in a row. In these last 3 games, though, ASU has lost 2 and had 1 tie, so they're looking to bounce back and really get some momentum going.
Yeah, ASU has kind of had a disadvantage over the last couple of games. They had a long road streak. This is only their second home game of the season. They're 1-0 at home, obviously hoping to boost that, make it 2-0, and remain undefeated as we prepare for the opening faceoff, which is won to ASU's side. Chasing it down is Hannah Coons behind her own net. Coons makes a move on the Arizona attacker. Puck bouncing in the middle. Coons returns it. Moves it alongside to Dezane. Dezane now up ice. She finds number 4. That's Devaney. Devaney dumps it in deep here. Held at the line. It's Coons. Coons back to 5. Big shot and a big save there by the Arizona netminder. And Arizona looks to clear, but kept in right at the line. That's Paige Ring, but bounced right back out to the stick of Coons. Coons now looking alongside. She moves it up ice. ASU's got numbers. It's 15. That's Bray Powell with the shot. ASU all over it so far. Powell looks to the middle. Quick shot, big save by the Arizona netminder.
That's a big thing about this Sun Devil team. They got to put shots on Sorley. Sorley, last time ASU played them, stood pretty tall until those 2 goals came in. ASU needs to apply the pressure and stay in the zone.
Yeah, Sorley with a good couple of saves right off the bat there. ASU's already on 2 shots on the game as they dump one in. That's Draper from the point. And just a little board battle going on the left side. Another shot from the point comes in. Another save by Sorley. Sorley kicks it wide, and ASU stays on the puck. Great pressure here from ASU as finally University of Arizona is able to get it away. That's Verteber. She chips it to her teammate, but yet again, it's ASU. ASU holds at the line. U of A can't get it out. They finally do. That's Allen. Allen dumps it into the zone of ASU, and they finally get a long-needed line change. Arizona now back in their own end, just passing back and forth, looking for options here. Playing behind the net now. That's number 14. That's Streak. Streak now moves it up ice. ASU looking for numbers again. held in at the point. And University of Arizona puts it right back in the zone. A lot of back and forth play so far in this game as University of Arizona finally shows some offensive zone pressure. There's a quick shot from the point. Big save there. Redirected to the corner. On it now is number 10. That's Allison Brady. And Arizona State finally able to get it out of the zone. Moving it up ice is Kelly Olson. And a board battle here right along the center ice line. Arizona State regrouping here. Long-awaited line change for Arizona State as they fumble it up, and it goes all the way down the length of the ice for an icing.
It's probably the first time we saw Arizona take it into their zone. This Arizona offense is like you blink and they're already ready to score. So it's good we got some shots up. Arizona defense this Sun Devil defense last time they played held Arizona to no goals. So they got to apply the pressure and really establish themselves.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a big offensive affair so far. Not much defensive play going on. Just strictly shots on net here as University of Arizona moves back to their own end. That's Schultz with it now behind her net. Fumbles it. ASU is able to pick it up, getting some ozone pressure here. Shot from the point. Big save by Sorley. Sorley kicks it to the corner and chipped back up to the point. Another shot wide of the net. Shoots from Arizona State. And a little tangle up in the corner here by Carlson and Devaney. They figure that out, and ASU sends it down the length of the ice again. Another faulty icing. No line change available for them. ASU really maintaining lots of ozone pressure here. The only way they're getting stuck in their own end is when they're icing the puck here. Face off to the right side of Gleister. Arizona State wins it back. Moving behind their net now. Hard pressure here from U of A. Working behind their net. Good play there by, that seems to be DeVoris. And a quick shot there. Big save. As ASU gets a long needed whistle and they can finally get 5 pairs of fresh legs.
Oh no, it's a big stop. It's a big stop for the Sun Devils. I mean, the Wildcats have done pretty well in their own zone. I mean, every game they've won besides one, they've won 4 straight games scoring 3 or more goals. So they know how to attack the goal.
Yeah, just like they do here. Quick shot here right on net to Gleister. Gleister blockers it away back to behind our own net. And Arizona State just trying to get this puck out of their zone. Great pressure here by the Wildcats as they intercept yet another pass, but girls up ice for the Sun Devils as U of A finally able to pick it right back off, sends it into the zone of the Sun Devils as picking it up is number 10, Dezained. Dezained now moves it up to Devaney. Devaney moving up ice, looking for numbers. Devaney cuts to the middle here, is tangled up by Miller. Good defensive play by Miller on the back check. And here comes U of A moving up the other side of the ice. Little mishap pass looking for number 2 going up ice. That was Alana Main. A lot of back and forth play here. Ends up back behind the Sun Devil net.
You know, Arizona's doing a good job keeping in the zone. Oh,
a big player up front of the net. Big save there by the netminder, Gleister. A little hiccup behind the net. Oh, that's Eatinger, sorry.
Big momentum shift, big stop. This face-off's huge.
More back and forth play here. Ends up yet again behind the net of the Sun Devils. Looking for a clean breakout, which they've struggled with so far today. As a big hit in the corner draws a penalty for ASU. Going to the box is number 20 for U of A. That is Elena Glover. Dirty play that down there in that corner and ends up with seems to be a kneeing call.
This is a big momentum shift for the Sun Devils. It's been in their zone the whole time. Take it back in the Wildcat zone. See if they can take advantage of the opportunity.
Face-off one here by the Sun Devils. Looking to set up their power play here. Just dumping it in the zone, giving U of A a chance to clear it, in which they do. Bouncing off the stick of Devaney. Devaney now looks cross-ice. She finds Ring. Ring moves it in. Goes cross-ice here. That's number 5. That's Kylie Brown. Or 5. Yeah, that's 5. Kylie Brown to Devaney. Devaney to Brown. Back and forth play here. Moves it rink wide. That's to number 11. Quick shot on net by Paige Ring. Big save there as ASU maintains pressure. Devaney now. Cross ice again. Shot wide. That's number 5. Kylie Brown. Puck rolls out of bounds. The Wildcats able to get some fresh legs on the ice. And another big defensive play here. This time, that's number 12. Layla Schultz dumps it in. And ASU forced to reset. Moving in for the Sun Devils is Brown. Brown, a force to be reckoned with on that rush. Moves it rink wide now. Here's number 9, Draper. Draper gets it taken away from her, but is able to get it back down to the zone. And cleared yet again is the Wildcats. Arizona State now trying to get one final rush with 40 seconds left on this power play. Trying to set up what they need to be a quick goal to start off this game. Kept in the zone here is number 9, Draper. Draper moves it down low. Quick shot towards the net. Deflected wide off the stick of Sophie Thompson. And the Wildcats clear yet again.
You know, Wildcats doing a good job with this penalty kill, but Sun Devils have had some good patience and some good opportunities. They just got to keep applying the pressure. Yeah, the pressure's all over them. As quick shot here comes from Sam Murphy as the Wildcats penalty kill is winding down to a stop with 4 seconds, 3 seconds.
And we have even strength hockey here. Quick shot, score! Quick shot from the point from Bray Powell. Bray Powell knocks her third goal of the year. What a shot.
Oh, that's a great shot from the top. I mean, they kept passing around, taking shots. I mean, eventually something was going to fall. They decided to keep going for their shots. The cool thing about this Sun Devil offense is there isn't one top scorer. Everyone kind of has 2 to 3 goals, so it's pretty balanced, and anybody can score if they need to.
Yeah, and that's the kind of team that you need to go deep into a playoff run with a competitive independent division with obviously them sitting here in second place. That's a much-needed goal to take over a quick lead on the number 1 seed, Wildcats. There's a quick offsides call here. Resets us just right outside the zone of Arizona State.
That's a great start to that first period. You know, you get that power play right away, you take advantage, you get your goal in. It was right about to end, but they still found a way.
Yeah, a beautiful shot from the point there, finding it right above the glove side of the netminder for Arizona, Sorley, as ASU dumps it in. No icing called here. Able to beat it out was Arizona. Back and forth play along the wall. Devaney on it now. Moves it down to Brown. Brown is tied up. Puck falls out of the zone as Brady able to get it out. Devaney chips it in. Quick line change going on for the Sun Devils. Arizona now back in their own end, looking to get it out. They do this time. Moving up ice again is Brady, but another regroup needed for Arizona. This time leading it's Glover. Glover able to chip it out of the zone. Arizona State all over it yet again as they move in to the zone for what seems to be the millionth time so far early on in this game. And quick pressure in front of the net. Puck loose. Trying to find a stick as ASU moves it back to the point. Quick shot. Just kicked off wide off the foot of number 25 of Arizona. Beautiful block shot. ASU maintaining pressure. That's Kristoff here at the point. Penalty called as Arizona State now heads to the box. That's number 24, Sam Murphy.
You know, this is a really big change. This is a really big change. The first time in a while that we've really seen this from U of A. They have been off the puck, and Sun Devils have really done a good job. Good job keeping a hold of the puck and dominating.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like U of A was all over it during 5-on-5 play.
Yeah.
But once it came to that power play, Arizona State took over.
Yeah.
And the Sun Devils were able to keep their pressure on just until they took that faulty penalty in front of the net, as Devaney now clears the zone for the Sun Devils. Hard pressure coming in from Paige Bryan. Arizona looking to utilize this man advantage. Devaney playing hard pressure on the PK, something that's causing some discomfort for Arizona here as they finally work it back into the offensive zone, looking to set up their power play. Working a little hooked up, and Arizona State's going to get called on another penalty. This time it's Devaney.
You know, the Wildcats' leading scorer, Lily Howe, with 9 goals. I mean, 5 of her 9 goals have been in the power play. So that defense was really keyed on Howe. Just got a little tangled up. Now we got even less of an advantage. So
yeah, Lily Howell sitting with 11 points on the season. This is a huge opportunity for her Wildcats to convert on what they'd hope to get a goal on the 5-on-3, which would leave them on the power play as they maintain possession here off the draw. Up top, quick shot, whiffed on by number 89 at the point, or 85, excuse me, that's Kenzie Carson. Carson gets it back, gets a full power into this shot now. Big save there by Gleister. Moving in now, the Wildcats with numbers as another big tie-up in front of the net. Arizona keeping their net front presence known as they finally clear the zone.
You got to give this defense props. Even with a 2-man advantage, they're still standing strong. I mean, they've only let 2 shots in this power play so far.
Yeah, as a hard pressure here on a 5-on-3 penalty kill from Arizona State, something you don't see often, as Arizona needs to utilize the numbers here as they got 4-on-2 heading up ice from the big body of number 48 for U of A. As the Sun Devils yet again clearing the zone. The Wildcats not having the power play they hoped for. As a more hard pressure here from the Sun Devils. This time all over it's Paige Ring. Paige Ring holding it against the boards. And Lucy Verteber finally clears the zone, and here comes Lily Howell the other way. Lily Howell driving the net, tied up, and puts her hands in the face of that Sun Devil defender, and Arizona State's going to get a number back here. Lily Howell going to the box.
I'm almost shocked at how aggressive this Arizona State defense is with a 2-minute advantage. They're going all the way down, keeping that puck down with five against 3. And I just think the tenacity of this defense is really shown. It doesn't matter if they have the disadvantage or the advantage. They're going to show up.
Yeah, they're playing a fierce kind of style here. They're not backing down to anything, no matter what the numbers look like. As they gain some numbers this time, there will be 4-on-4 play for 35 seconds, and then a minute 25 of an Arizona State power play. As Arizona State's going to win the faceoff here behind the net. That's 24. That's Sam Murphy. Murphy moving around top of the circle. Drives in front, fakes the shot, comes around, quick shot, big save by Olivia Sorley. Beautiful play there around the top of the circle by Sam Murphy.
Oh, you could just see the vision. She just found her way around. It wasn't even hard for her. So
yeah, she knew exactly where she wanted to go with that puck. Just couldn't finish it, but a nice play there. As a quick shot here from the point. Rebound kicks out. Arizona going to dump it out here. 4-on-4 play for 10 more seconds as Arizona State moves into the offensive zone. As the Wildcats able to intercept it, about to head on to their 5-on-4 disadvantage here. Looking to ice it is number 94, and she does. Allen gets it behind the net of the Sun Devils. And now the Wildcats bringing some pressure on the penalty kill. As Devaney now moving up ice, fresh out of the box she is. Cutting in and out of this Wildcat defense. She's going to slow up here, wait for some numbers. Moves across ice to Paige Ring. Paige Ring to the net front. Picked off by the Wildcats and cleared by number 20, Elena Glover. Arizona State resetting behind their net. Looking for another power play goal. Moving up ice with speed is Kylie Brown. Kylie Brown moving around the net. Chips it along rink side to her defenseman. Moving net front. Big tip in front there. That's number 17 on that one. Olsen, as clearing the zone is Schultz for the Wildcats. And regrouping yet again is the Sun Devils.
I mean, you can just tell with this offense, they're moving fast, they're passing the puck really well. I mean, they almost have this defense from the Wildcats in shambles right now.
Yeah, and a quick shot here, just whiffed on by Paige Ring, allows the Wildcats to chip it out of the zone. One last rush for this power play as Kylie Brown gets it on the left-hand wall. She's going to chip it up ice, but no one's there. As dumping it in for the Wildcats is Planeta. Arizona State and the Wildcats heading onto some full-strength play here as moving up ice. It's number 15. That's Bray Powell. 1 goal on the day for her already. Back to the point now. Number 9 is Draper. Draper moves it in low. Here comes Powell. Powell up the left-hand wall. Tries to move in for a shot. Has a shot lane. Won't take it. I'm going to put one on net. Beautiful shot. Big block there in front of the net. Another shot from the point here. Trickles around. Powell is the one to end up with it. Powell now moving it down low. She's got LeBolt knocked down, no penalty called, and Powell all over it this shift, gets it yet again, but misfires to Dezained, and it's going back down to the Arizona zone. Quick outlet pass is going to be picked off, but brought in offsides. What looked to be an odd man rush for the Wildcats, just offsides.
Oh, that's a huge opportunity. She had no one in front of her. If she just waited a second longer, if someone noticed, it could have been dangerous. But, you know, we got to stop in a face-off, and Arizona State now has a chance to take the puck back into the zone.
Face-off to the right side, outside the zone of the netminder for ASU, Gleister, as Arizona State's going to win it and just kind of give it right back away here. The Wildcats now looking to create some offense, dumping it in as Sun Devils here. Just taking it away, finds a nice cross-ice pass. Dumping it in there is number 26, Stoddard. First time we're calling her name tonight. A beautiful chip in from her as Arizona State maintains this pressure that they've had all game. As they're moving along the half wall, quick shot from the slot. Big save there by Sorley. That shot came from Berlemeyer. Quick shot there.
You know, one good thing is we're seeing the same theme from the last game, except this is ASU is over 5 games in, and that tenacity on defense, they've been applying the pressure on offense over and over again. And as long as they keep pushing it, they'll have a chance.
Yeah, another face-off won here by ASU. They seem to be all over the face-offs today.
Yeah.
And it showed. They have been able to apply much more offense off these face-offs without shooting the Wildcats 12-5. Outlet pass to Carson. Carson, a nice look back to her main defenseman. And coming in with speed is number 48, Pesca. Pesca gets it picked off, and up ice come the Sun Devils. The Sun Devils now with even strength numbers, trying to cut inside. That's number 27, Berlmeyer, as it's taken away and poked out by Sorley. Good heads-up play by Sorley as Berlmeyer ends up with the puck yet again, and now dumping it in to the corner is Paige Bryan. Attempting a clear was the Wildcats, but kept in beautifully by Kristoff. Arizona State maintaining this pressure in which they've had all game. Arizona has had no answer defensively.
No, and you got to give it to the credit of the speed of the Sun Devils. I mean, they've really been all over the place.
Yeah, all over it. They have yet to bear down from any puck, and it has showed here as Arizona is finally able to clear the zone here. The Wildcats trying to generate some sort of offense in which they've struggled to since the around 12-minute mark of this first period. As they keep it in here, going into the corner is number 7 for the Wildcats.
Big hit
and
in the
a
back
big
behind the
body
net.
down behind the net. No penalty called. Fans looking for one, as this one's going to find its way out of play off the stick of number 11. That is Paige Ring.
It is a little chippy. It's like a rivalry game between Arizona State and U of A. I mean, losing the last game, I'm sure U of A is just as motivated as Arizona State to win this game.
Yeah, U of A was a struggling team last year. Already almost about to meet their win mark from last year. Impressive start to their season, and obviously they hope to build off of those wins so far, sitting down 1-0 early on in this game with 4 minutes left in the first period. As the Wildcats going in the zone, a big body laid there by number 16 of ASU. No penalty called, and a little retaliation coming on from the Wildcats. This game's getting chippy.
Yeah. I mean, they get a big hit. Both teams trade shots. I mean, you can just tell.
Yeah, here comes Devaney now. Devaney looking for her outlet. That's Brown. Brown, a penalty now called on ASU. They don't take both to the box. They're just taking number 2, Madeline Kristoff, and the Wildcats getting an opportunity in which they've hoped for.
Yep. I mean, they can score on the power play. They've been efficient at it. One thing to tip your hat on is that even with a 2-man advantage, ASU still played better. So,
yeah, they were able to maintain lots of ozone pressure, which is pretty unusual.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Wildcats will look to maintain more ozone pressure, as which they struggled heavily on their last power play.
I mean, the big name to watch is Lily Howe, and that Sun Devil defense seems to be all over it right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, Howell now with the puck, moving around, looking for an outlet, going to take it behind the net, looking for a reset, as this one is taken away by the Sun Devils and chipped back in by Howell. Able to retrieve it are the Wildcats, looking for something, and they have nothing going for them, as this puck is going to chip off the stick of number 24, and moving up ice are the Sun Devils. Sam Murphy taken down, no penalty called. The Wildcats regain possession and look to regroup here as Howell with it. Howell with hard pressure on her, moves it out, and here comes Schultz. Schultz for the Wildcats, cutting in, tries to split the defense, cannot do so. Arizona State maintains possession and gets out of the zone. Arizona State doesn't even look like they want to clear the zone. They just want to take it out themselves.
Yeah.
A fiery defensive play here on a man disadvantage for ASU, as the Wildcats finally regain possession and head into the offensive zone on this power play. Quick shot there, knocked away, and right to the stick of Bray Powell. She's going to clear the zone, goes all the way the length of the ice. No icing called on this power play for the Wildcats. And ASU is actually able to beat this one out, moving it all the way back to Devaney, and now Devaney is going to send it the length of the ice, as ASU yet again still applying pressure.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing is that once they pass the blue line, the Wildcats aren't getting anything clean. They're not getting no clean shots. They're getting a body on them, and they're making it tough.
Yeah, the Sun Devils have been really good at boxing out right in front of their netminder, as yet again they clear the zone. That'll end the power play for the Wildcats. Schultz now heading behind her own net as she's cutting up ice and almost picked off there. Lucky one for Schultz. She's going to get able to get to the red line and dump this one in, and won't even go the length of the ice. As here come the Sun Devils the other way. It's labeled, looks to the center, nothing there, as picked off right away by Pesca. Pesca moves it down the ice to her teammate number 85. And ASU yet again maintaining pressure. Shot off the wall there was from Labeled, and the Sun Devils remain all over it.
I think the one thing you can really see is that the difference between the Wildcats and the Sun Devils look in sync, and they're just playing hungrier.
Yeah.
Wildcats are trying to go in one-on-one, and the Sun Devils are passing around, finding that connection, which is why they're in the zone right now.
Yeah, face-off one here by the Wildcats. Taken behind the net is Allen. Allen hits her teammate on the wall, but just taken away again. This offensive pressure from ASU has been a force to be reckoned with, as the Wildcats are able to regain possession, moving up ice, dumping it in the zone, but won't go the length of the ice again. Something they've struggled on all game is just actually pinning the Sun Devils in their own zone.
Yeah.
As the Sun Devils looking for another breakout here after a good offensive forecheck by Allison Brady. The Sun Devils able to chip it out of the zone. The Wildcats finally send it the length of the ice, and Brady is the one on it. She's going to look for a teammate here, looking across to the center of the ice to no avail, as picked off and bodied was number 21, drawing a penalty, Sophie Sears. Another power play, this time for the Sun Devils.
That's the last thing the Wildcats need. I mean, already up 1-0. If we can get another goal and ASU takes a 2-0 lead in this period, it'd be huge.
Yeah. Arizona State with 46 seconds left in this first period. They have a 2-minute power play. They get their main ladies out there, Devaney, Ring, the names we've been calling all day. Kylie Brown loses the draw there. Pesca on it for the Wildcats, but Devaney right there to get it back for her team. Devaney now to Brown. Brown back to Devaney. Devaney, quick shot from a hard angle, kept in the zone there by Paige Ring. Ring's going to send it down low to Bierlemeyer. Bierlemeyer is going to get tripped up there, no penalty. And a long puck battle along the wall here between the Sun Devils and the Wildcats. A lot of contact going down in this corner. Arizona State not able to maintain any sure possession here, as finally getting it is Paige Ring. Ring with a quick shot. Big save by Sorley. 7 seconds left.
I think one thing we've seen from the Wildcats is trying to pin them against the wall. We haven't really seen that. ASU's had space to pass the puck around and look good.
Yeah, once they get them outside of the dots, the Wildcats have played a great defensive game. But the second that Arizona State moves inside the dots and can get into a shot lane, that's where they are struggling, as this is going to wind the period down. It is 1-0 at the end of the first. The Sun Devils lead. And we will send it in to our intermission break.
Hello, folks. We're with our own Inferno Intel's Brendan Bucher to talk to us about halftime, talk to us in the intermission of this big hockey game. I mean, facing their rival for the second time this season, ASU has really established themselves on defense again with a 1-score lead going into this second period.
Yeah, you look at things, 7 shots on goal. That's it for Arizona. ASU doubled that themselves. 14 shots on goal for the Sun Devils, and you nailed it on the head. They've played aggressive. They've played clean. Elena Glover has 1:14 remaining in the penalty box for Arizona. They haven't had many issues with that in that first period. They need to keep doing that because they're playing physical, but they're playing smart. And in a chippy rivalry game like this, you see a lot of times teams can get out of their own way, start committing uncharacteristic fouls. ASU's done a great job at staying disciplined. I would have liked to see them get another goal, I think, off those power plays, especially when, but they did such a good job on their own in the power play. When they were down 2 players. I thought that was the highlight of the game.
That was the ultimate. I mean, they're being ferocious. They only have 1 player down here, and they're dominating with 2 people on 5 in the back.
Absolutely. And to me, that point was when I thought ASU is going to win this game, because if you can play down 2 in that power play and keep your own, the defense playing phenomenal in goal, another great game for ASU. To me, Arizona State's been firing on all cylinders, offensively, defensively. They seemingly can do no wrong at the moment. Yeah. And they're going to need to keep playing that great defense. Again, as I mentioned, I would like to see them maybe get another goal off the power play, but they currently lead 1-0 and in a point where I think this is their game to lose.
Yeah, it is, totally, because in all of their wins except for one, University of Arizona has had 3 goals or more. They've held them to no goals. If they can sustain that and keep applying pressure on Sorley, we could really have a good outcome for this Sun Devil squad.
And they're getting 14 shots on goal in the first period. You keep that up, eventually more are going to fall. You're going to get a couple to go, and I think the magic number here for ASU is 3. If they can get to 3, I think this game is all but over. They just got to get to that 3.
Like you said, with 2 or more goals, ASU is 4-0-1. So magic number is 3, and the magic number to keep the Wildcats under is 3 goals. One thing to mention, you talk about the power play. The ASU's defense has really keyed in on Lily Howell. The leading scorer has 9 goals for the Wildcats, and 5 of them come in the power play. So the fact we've really sustained that is a big deal for the defense.
Absolutely, and she's a freshman. I think that's a huge note is, as a freshman, younger player, you're going to go through patches like this. This is the perfect time for ASU to take advantage of their leading scorer not being on her best game, and a huge win. And this game means plenty for Arizona State when you look at the standings.
Yep.
They're tied, 10 points apiece. ASU just happens to have 1 fewer win. ASU 4 wins, 1 loss. Arizona 5 wins, 2 losses, one of those being to Arizona State. So if they can go to a 5-1 start, that would do amazing things for the confidence of the team at this point.
Yeah, and it's big against an Arizona team that only won 6 games last year. They're looking for that just to tie that record. If ASU can win, have a 2-0 series lead on their rivals, and be in first place, it would be tremendous.
That would be all the momentum you need to start really thinking, and it's early in the season, but you get a win like this, you're now thinking later in the season what great things this can do. But of course, this one's all but over.
Yeah. Well, we have 2 more periods to play. Thank you, Brennan. Thank you for tuning in at intermission.
And we welcome you back to Mountain America Community Iceplex for the second period of play between the Sun Devils and the Wildcats. We sit at a 1-0 game in favor of the Sun Devils. Arizona Wildcats have really just been struggling all game so far.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it was all Sun Devils in that first period. That 1-0 goal, I mean, the only time the Wildcats dominated was in those first 2 minutes where they kept it in that ASU zone, but we'll see where the second period takes us.
Yeah, ever since then, it's just been all ASU. The Wildcats had a good first couple minutes, and then ever since then, the Sun Devils took over, and it's been all Sun Devils as they work into the zone on the power play. Cross-ice pass to no avail. Picking it up for the Sun Devils. Back into her own end is Mara Draper. She moves it rink wide to Bray Powell, and it's sent into the zone by the Wildcats by Schultz. Behind the net now. Nifty move there by Draper. Draper, another nifty move as the Sun Devils moving up ice with 40 seconds left on their power play.
Taking it back to the zone, they got to be aggressive and keep applying the pressure like they did in that first period. Just like right now, look at that shot.
Yeah, beautiful shot on net. Simple, but easy there, and gets a face-off to the left side of Sorley. ASU looks like it's their first unit out there. Started with their second power play unit, as Devaney really has been the quarterback alongside Kylie Brown.
I want to say that's their 15th shot of the game. Our own Brendan Bucher did tell us that we're leading 14-7 in shots, so that must have been their 15th of the game so far.
Yeah, so, I mean, ASU's just kind of been all over it as they win another faceoff. Devaney now at the point goes rink wide to Brown. Brown, quick shot, scores! Kylie Brown from a cross-ice pass from Paige Ring. What a shot and what a finish by Kylie Brown.
We just talked about it. You take shots. The more shots you take, the higher chance you have of making it. And look at that shot straight through the legs of Sorley. She's not an easy goalie to beat, but when you take quick shots and quick passes, you put yourself in a great opportunity to score.
Yeah, a grade A scoring chance was capitalized on by the Sun Devils. Kylie Brown with a ripper finds it to the 5-hole of Sorley, and that's 2 power play goals for the Sun Devils. Seems to be the big weakness for the Wildcats as we move back to 5-on-5 play.
Taken back by ASU again, coming back on the attack right after that goal.
Maintaining the pressure that they've had all game. A lot of bodies falling in the last 10 seconds here, but Arizona State picks it up in the offensive zone. That's Burlmeyer. She moves it to the front of the net. No one's home as Arizona holds possession in their own end. Burlmeyer all over it, though. And the Wildcats can't clear again. Burlmeyer all over it this whole entire shift. As the Wildcats finally clear the zone, chasing after it is labeled, going to her own end, moving quickly up ice. A mishap here on the pass, and moving in with numbers is ASU. That's Gervaris. She sends it to the net, and a save by Sorley. Face off to her right side.
I mean, we've seen 2 of these goals in the top corner of this Wildcat zone, and this officially makes it the 4th goal for Kylie Brown, who is the leading scorer on the team right now.
Yeah, Kylie Brown shows why she's the leading scorer as that ripper from a cross-ice pass. It's not an easy shot to score on, but she finds the 5-hole. And now here come the Wildcats with numbers. 2-on-1 for the Wildcats. Right to the middle, and a good defensive play there by Hannah Coons.
Oh, that was a huge opportunity missed for the Wildcats. They had the perfect chance to score.
Yeah, and now they get yet another chance. The same people for the Wildcats. Quick shot on net. Big save there by Gleister.
Gleister's done a great job. I mean, it's the first time we've really seen Arizona on the attack.
Yeah.
I mean, last time we really didn't see it. But like I said in the beginning of the game, they're quick and they know how to score. So ASU's defense has to keep applying pressure and keep the momentum going.
Yeah, Thompson and Howell there. Back-to-back opportunities on the 2-on-1 rush. The second one, Howell takes for herself and just finds the chest of the ASU netminder. And ASU able to get a clean breakout here. Not so clean. I may have spoke it into existence. But now they get their clean breakout with a couple of numbers going the other way, but picked off here by Verteberer. And ASU's chasing to their own net.
I think after that second goal, you can see the urgency in the Wildcats, noticing we really got to up the pace.
Yeah, and they have done so far, pinching on many more plays just like that right there. And holding some offensive pressure here, moving behind the net, is number 85 for the Wildcats, Kenzie Carson. Carson gets it taken away, and the Sun Devils retain possession, looking for numbers up the ice as they look for their man in the middle, looking for number 24, Sam Murphy. It is fired just long, and Arizona State sent with an icing.
Back in their zone. I mean, we're really going to see what this Arizona State defense is made of. On these last 2 plays, I mean, like we saw, the Wildcats have had 2 big opportunities with speed with 2-on-1s near the goal.
Yeah, the Wildcats looking to shoot it off the draw, but to no avail, as they're actually able to put some pressure on behind the net, something they've struggled with all game. They maintain possession in the O-zone. Pesca moves it down low, quick to the front of the net, whiffed on the shot there by the Wildcats, and Arizona State moves out of the zone, but is chipped away and falls out of play. A whistle blown.
Oh, it's getting a little chippy. Some competitive talk back and forth.
Yeah, that one this time was from number 20, Elena Glover. She sent a stick flying, looked to be a labeled stick, and then gave her a little salute. I don't know. What for?
Well, if you know anything about college sports, there's no love lost between Arizona State and University of Arizona.
Yeah, there's no love at all
Nope.
between these two. A puck chipped out of the zone, directly out, so it stays in the zone, no line change. That one sent out of play by Verteberer, and Arizona State has a face-off in the offensive zone to the right side of the Wildcats. And this time the Wildcats get it off the draw, chip it away. Chasing it down is Gervais for the Sun Devils. Some pressure here in front of the net. Quick shot there. Tipped wide by Arizona netminder, or the Sun Devil netminder, and another shot towards the net. The Wildcats showing their first, scene of pressure here where they have maintained O-zone possession. Maine now takes it away, and hunting it down is Miller. Miller sends it to her point man, and it's knocked out of zone off a bouncing puck. And Arizona State gets a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. I mean, we've seen some last possession and this possession. We've seen some close calls in front of our goalie, and we got to get out the zone. We can't let that puck sit there as the Wildcats are waiting to try to score.
Yeah, the Sun Devils get a much-needed change. Those last 5 didn't have it in them that shift, but the Wildcats win the faceoff yet again and are going right in the zone. That's Pesca. Pesca down to Howell. Howell hunting it down. Pesca to the front of the net. Weird bounce, but held on to, and chippiness going on in front of the net as Maya Gleister makes the save off of a weird angle shot from Pesca.
I mean, look at the awareness from Gleister. Get on top of the puck, and things get a little chippy, but that's what a good goalie does. She neutralizes the puck when things get close and get kind of chippy.
Yeah, the Wildcats won the faceoff back, but taken by the Sun Devils. A lot of high hands getting thrown here between both these teams. This game's getting chippy, but that's no problem for either side. They know what's on the line here as the Sun Devils move the other way. Trying to cut to the middle was number 17 for the Sun Devils, Kelsey Olsen, and the Wildcats have the puck moving the other way. They dump it in all the way around, the dump in from Thompson, and they get a fresh set of 10 new legs for the Wildcats, coming right off the bench, though, sending it towards the front of the net, picked off here by Olsen. Olsen's going to move behind her net, looking for a regroup in their own zone. The Wildcats maintain their hard pressure that they've had all game as they take away yet another puck. Needed breakout coming here as the puck is going to be sent rink wide. Some dead legs as Olsen tries to chase it down but is beat to the puck. She's tripped up. Seemed to be on accident, though. There was no intent on that one. Just a little collision in the corner. Arizona State holds possession in the offensive zone. Finally cleared by the Wildcats. Moving with it now is Kate Streak. Kate Streak is met there by number 9 of U of A, Brittany Bradell, as the Sun Devils get it in the zone. Back and forth play here ends out on the stick of Bradell again, but she is met right there by Streak, and the Wildcats put it in the zone of the Sun Devils with no pressure, just the defensive pair of the Sun Devils, and a mishap coming up here for the Sun Devils, but they get a much-needed whistle after an ugly-looking play there.
I would say compared to that last face-off, though, there's a little bit of slowing down from this Wildcat offense. They were on all cylinders, but we were able to get it out of the zone for a little bit. I think ASU just needs to go back to what they were doing in that first period, slow it down a little bit, find each other, and get a good shot.
Yeah, Pesca putting lots of pressure here as a defenseman for the Wildcats. That's not something you see often, but it's a good thing to see is, someone stepping up, showing that there needs to be some offensive play as the Sun Devils win the faceoff. Moving around her own net this time is Sam Murphy. She clears the zone and gets it into the Arizona Wildcats defensive zone, but going right back out, sent the length of the ice between the feet of Bray Powell. She's going to have time behind her own net. Powell now on the wall, gets taken away by Pesca. Pesca again putting as much pressure as she can as a defenseman. This time it's Miller taking it away. And the Wildcats all over this puck so far. But now Powell gets a break. Powell with a 2-on-1. She's there with Murphy. Powell has it taken away, hooked up here. No penalty called.
Ooh.
As what seemed to be a blatant hook has just been missed there by the refs. But Arizona State maintains possession. Shot fired towards the net by number 16 is a quick block there by what looks to be Pesca. Lots of body getting thrown here.
Yeah, a lot of people falling on the ice. It's a questionable call about that hooking, I thought. Questionable call about that hooking, and ASU gets a break to really regroup and worry about what they got to do to attack in the Wildcat zone.
Yeah, the puck is sent out of play there. Scared a couple of fans, but...
Hey, you might get a free souvenir at the game today.
Yeah, exactly. A nice ACHA puck there.
Yep. Welcome to Sun Devil hockey.
Yeah. Arizona here with a little complications as the puck went straight out of play, so they weren't allowed to change. But number 7, Miller, tried to get off the ice, and she was denied access. So tired bodies out here for U of A as Devaney with a chance in front of the net goes just wide. Big block shot there by Miller, or by Howell, excuse me. Devaney stays on it and is met right in the middle of the ice. Moving the other way is the Wildcats just dumping it in, finally getting able to get new bodies on the ice. Arizona State taking their time in their own end. Devaney now looks rink wide, a sauce pass, beautiful look as a offensive zone pressure from Kylie Brown puts Arizona State in their O zone, and another puck ending up out of play. A lot of screaming fans in this past 30 seconds.
Watch your heads, watch your heads. You know, you never know where the puck is going to go. You just got to be aware.
Yeah, beautiful breakout look there by Devaney. Devaney has been a star in today's game.
She's been all over the place on defense and offense. She's been facilitating the puck well, and she's been attacking on defense, keeping the pressure on these Wildcats.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to put one in the net. I think she has a secondary assist on the second power play goal by Kylie Brown, as this puck just falls all the way back to the Sun Devil zone. Chipping it off the glass is Kate Streak.
And looks like Devaney's going to get it in the corner.
Yeah, yet again, Devaney using her smaller body or build doesn't take away any speed from her. She is flying past everyone so far. She just gets off the ice. And now it's Streak at the point. Streak sends one towards the net. Sorley blockers it away as Kylie Brown now putting some big body on in the corner. And this one's cleared by the Wildcats. Back onto it is Streak with slight pressure here from Brittany Burdell. Kylie Brown whacking at this puck till it gets out. Finally gets it out. She looks to get a change, in which she does. The Wildcats send it into the Sun Devil zone. Playing it behind the net is Gleister. But the Wildcats maintain possession yet again. Bouncing puck in front of the net. Taken away by Kelsey Olsen. Olsen now moving it back. She's got Draper. Draper, breakout pass, just missed. And icing going to be called for the Sun Devils.
You know, it was nice to get that starting lineup back on the ice. You know, you saw the momentum shift, and it was nice to just finally get a shot off. We've been seeing in this quarter that the Wildcats have really come out, and it's almost been all Wildcats. So to get ASU back in the zone and really get one decent shot off can really give them some momentum.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about going into the period. The shots were around 14-7, and now it's 18-12. The Wildcats picking up at a better pace than they left off at in that first period, but this time they hope to keep their pressure through the entire first period, or second period, unlike they did in the first. This puck is cleared out of the zone. Allen is on it for the Wildcats. She's going to split a couple of Sun Devils and try to head in, but is met by her own man there. That's Anna Jeffs, the 5'11", tallest lady on this team. And the Wildcats start moving the other way. Quick little body there. Nothing called as the puck is chipped into the zone by Mara Draper. Draper working on with two Wildcats on her. The Sun Devils get some good ozone pressure here. Quick shot from the point. Bouncing puck in front of the net. Sorley couldn't find it. Gets a good bounce though. Bounces behind her net. And Arizona State and the Wildcats are fighting behind the net. And a couple punches being thrown in the corner here between number 22 of ASU, Paige Bryan, and the assistant captain of the Wildcats, that's Taylor Serenen. They're both going to go to the box for roughing.
You know, it's only a shame this really happened. I mean, we got a great shot. I mean, we finally found some space, and we finally got the right shot, kind of looking like how we did in that first period. Just kind of stopped. We're going to see where we go as this faceoff goes off in the Wildcat zone.
Yeah, they're going to call it they're not coincidental penalties, so they won't offset. It's going to be 4-on-4 play here. A lot of open ice for both teams now. Arizona State gets possession off the faceoff. Along the blue line is Label. She's going to go down, cuts back, looking for an option. No one's open. Label still holding on to it. Bumps it off to her teammate. That's Streak. Streak now to Label, and this one is just kicked away and goes out of play. Arizona State still all over it. This one picked off by Burdell. The Sun Devils able to maintain possession, playing their quick pace hockey against the Wildcats, which has worked all game. As another picked over puck here. Now chasing it down is number 11, that's Paige Ring. Ring tries to force one to the net to no avail. Is sticked away by Sorley, but maintaining possession is Devaney. Devaney again using her speed where she will strive in 4-on-4 play.
This is where you want to be if you're Arizona State. You want to be clean and get good
Oh,
shots
wow.
just like that.
Just like that, right on cue. Paige Ring, sharp angle shot, finds it right over the shoulder of Sorley. Another goal on the special teams for Arizona State.
Like I said, they got scorers all on the court. You got Brown, you got Rain, and you got Powell. I mean, when you have clean hockey and you do not let the other team get you out of your game, you're still going to be successful, and that's what good teams do, and that's what we're seeing right now. That is why Arizona State has a 3-0 lead over the Wildcats, regardless of what's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't guess how physical and how tight this game has been by the score. It's just been the Sun Devils being able to capitalize on their opportunities so far as they win yet another faceoff. Kylie Brown on it this time, or excuse me, that's Ring. And now here's Howell going the other way for a one-on-one rush. Howell, the leading goal scorer for the Wildcats. Big save there by Gleister.
That seemed almost like a desperation shot. You know, we got to get a shot in the net. We're down by 3 goals, and, you know, if anything for the Wildcats, it's like a break any of the puck in the Arizona State zone. Thing is, what is Arizona State going to do about it, and can they add more onto the scoreboard?
Yeah, the Wildcats here getting their first line out there. It's Carson and Howell joined alongside Glover and Pesca. This is their best 4 that they can have out here against what isn't the top line for ASU. So obviously the Wildcats looking to convert on this special teams opportunity, but it's the Sun Devils going the other way with it. Labeled dicing in between defenders. She's tripped up. Penalty called. Not what you want to see if you're a Wildcat, as they hold possession so far, but finally touched on here. No whistle blown. Here's number 24 on it, Sam Murphy. Murphy's going to move it back to the point. That's Labeled. Labeled walking the line. Moves it to her teammate. Quick shot blocked there in front of the net. Behind the net with it is Labeled again. And, finally touched up on by the Wildcats. They head to the box for a 1-second 4-on-3 of man advantage, and it'll turn into a 5-on-4 for a minute and 59.
I mean, what's the record? Has a team scored in 1 second on a advantage? Has that happened before?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be part of history. I don't know if that's happened before, but.
Yeah. We'll see a little miscommunication between the refs and the coaches of the Sun Devils as they send out Devaney, Paige Ring, Brown, and number 27, that's Burlemeyer. They're going to get their power play unit out here as we move on to 5-on-4 play. The Sun Devils holding some offensive zone pressure. Burlemeyer behind the net, walking around, moves to the front of the net. Quick shot there by Olsen. Misses wide. Here comes Brown now, or excuse me, that's Ring. Ring fires one wide, gets past Brown, and now we got a breakaway here with back pressure for the Wildcats. Quick shot here, just wide. A great defensive play on the hard back check by Paige Ring as she's cross-checked down. A little retaliation. Refs didn't see it. Devaney now in the offensive zone, using all the ice she can get.
All the space in the world with the shot.
Paige Ring fires one to the net. This one bounces right to the stick of Brown. Brown now to Devaney. Devaney holds it. Nice nifty move at the blue line. She's going to go down, fires one to Brown. Brown puts one on net. Bounces to the left side of Sorley, and this one gets over the stick of Devaney.
Look how quick Devaney is on the offensive side and gets back to the puck as it goes out of their zone.
Yeah, Devaney always seems to be in a rush, but she's a very patient player when needed. She's been all over it so far today as the Sun Devils move in. Dicing through the ice is Sam Murphy. Murphy looking for options. He's going to get to the top of the power play here. That's number 9. Draper now moves it down to the boards. Quick shot here. Fired off by Bray Powell. She's already had a goal in the game. Looking for another one with that kind of shot. Quick shot here off the post. Rung there by Paige Ring. She has seemed to move spots on this power play. As here comes Powell. Powell, quick shot. Big save by Sorley. Bodies falling in front of the net is number 22, Paige Bryan. 7 seconds remain on the power play.
Talk about putting a needle through a haystack. Through 3 defenders, that puck reached the net. It's great. Like I said before, when ASU has the space and the patience and they can get around the Wildcats in their own zone, they put themselves in the best opportunity to score.
Yeah, it seems like ASU keeps out a full power play unit as the Wildcats able to get some pressure off the draw. Powell now walking the line, forces a pass. Lucky it wasn't intercepted as the Wildcats return to full strength. Powell now with it, almost treating it like a power play. Looks cross ice for Paige Ring, and it just whiffs off the one-time attempt. And she tries to find her teammate to no avail. It's going to go down to her own end here.
Oh, that was the perfect opportunity. I mean, ASU had their goalie in no man's land all alone.
And Brady now picks it off for the Wildcats and throws it right into a Sun Devil defenseman. And coming the other way is Powell. Powell now all over it today. She sends one back to Ring. Ring gets it chipped away. The Wildcats not able to get it out of the zone yet again. The story of today's game, as the Sun Devils have really taken over in the second half of this second period. Moving around, quick shot there by Paige Bryan, just finds the glass behind the net. The Wildcats clear the zone, but it's going to go all the way down for an icing. No change for the Wildcats.
You know, we saw in the beginning of the second period, the Wildcats were swarming. They were throwing bodies at the offense, and I think ASU just found a way to not get rattled by it. There were some big penalties, and you know, just keep playing your game. Stay consistent and don't let that bother you.
Face off to the right side of Sorley is 1 to ASU. On that puck is Sophie Sears. Sophie Sears sends it rink wide. The Wildcats able to get some possession here, but Sophie Sears picks it right back up after it's sent behind the net. Pass in front of the net. Point shot here from Dezained is blocked in front of the net. Wasn't able to get through. The Sun Devil putting on a big show of pressure here from one of their lower lines that we haven't really seen much of today. And the Wildcats again try to clear it, cannot do so, but this time they do.
I mean, after that strong start from the beginning, I mean, it's been all ASU in that second part of the second period.
Yeah, it's like a mirror image of this first period.
Exactly.
The Wildcats showed lots of pluses in the first half, as here comes Schultz moving in. Can't find anyone in front of the net as it rolls behind the Sun Devil goal, as Schultz on it again, chasing Coons. Coons puts it behind her, and over it for the Sun Devils is Dezained, Schultz, some of the people in this board battle right here. Schultz sends it behind the net again as the Sun Devils clear the zone.
I think that's the first time Arizona's really been in there in Sun Devil zone.
Yeah, in a long time at that. It's been a poor show of offensive display from the Wildcats as they move into the zone. Burdell chipping it past Kristoff. Burdell in the corner, battling through. This time it's Kylie Brown with it. Brown moves it, rims it along the boards, picked off by a Wildcat defender, as Allen seems to have maybe gotten hurt on that play. She gets right off the ice as here comes Deveni and Brown. Deveni, Brown, and Ring at that. 3 stars for the Sun Devils. Looking, send it to the net.
Oh.
Penalty called.
Net off the Mornings. And some wild stuff going on. You have 2 really fast players in Brown and Deveni going full speed into the goal.
Deveni able to get up. Penalty is called on Thompson for the Wildcats. Maybe an interference is what they seem to call. Deveni, though, heads right to the locker room. Not a good sign for the Sun Devils.
I mean, she did take a tough fall into the post, and she was on the ground for a second. So, you know, we hope she gets back okay, because she's a big piece for this ASU offense and defense.
Deveni already back on the bench, though.
Oh, that's good to see. That's good to see.
And pushing through what that minor injury seemed to be. In replacement of Deveni, coming on the ice is number 21, Sophie Sears. Or, excuse me, that's 22, Paige Bryan. Starting off with their second power play unit. Face off 1 to Powell. Powell working up top. She moves it to Draper. Draper down low. Forcing one to the net. Quick shot, big save by Sorley on the shot attempt from Sam Murphy. As ASU able to keep it in at the line. A lot of body being thrown on this power play so far.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity for ASU to take the lead and kill the clock at the same time.
Sun Devils send one down. Big body thrown in the corner, no penalty called. A little anger coming here from ASU on the man advantage. Walking the line here is Draper. Draper puts one down to Powell. Powell, quick shot, big save, Sorley right into the chest as both teams have a line change coming.
I think you can only talk about the resilience of this Sun Devil offense. I mean, they smell blood in the water. They're ready to go for the kill. I mean, that's what we see right now. It's a big time goal to get. If we can get a 4-goal lead going into the third, that would be monumental.
Yeah, Devaney, Brown, and Ring all out there for the Sun Devils right now. That's their core 3 on this power play. Devaney with it at the point. He's going to move it down to Brown on the left side. Brown fires one, quick shot, blockered away by Sorley. And the Wildcats get some possession, but cannot clear the zone. Another body thrown. This time it's by Kelsey Olson of ASU. Cross-checked down, no penalty called. Going the other way is Schultz. Schultz moves in, quick shot, big save by Gleister.
What a save by Gleister. What a save. Things are a little chippy over here.
Kylie Brown throws a fist there as Schultz seemed to be all up in her face.
Like I said in the past, there is no love between the Wildcats and the Sun Devils.
No love at all. But they will throw Schultz in the box as well. Maybe Schultz said something. We'll see what the call is. Brown, a key player for that power play for ASU.
Yeah.
That's a tough loss for what would have been the last 50 seconds. But maybe we'll get a 4-on-3 man advantage. But you can't ever blame Kylie Brown on that one. I mean, you see someone tap at your goalie, you've got to go defender.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give her props just for, I mean, you get frustrated because you have the breakaway. You have the breakaway on the other power play, and, you know, Gleiser makes a great saving goal. She's playing a great game right now, keeping ASU at bay with their defense.
Yeah, talking over it here is the refs seeing what it's going to get called.
Sorry, I meant to say Arizona at bay with their defense.
Yeah. As of right now, Arizona has, or U of A has, Burdell out there alongside number 4, which is Verteber, and number 94, Allen. So they're going to offset these penalties, and it's going to be 4 on. Is it going to remain a power play? We'll see here.
2 minutes for roughing. For your Sun Devils, number 5, Kylie Brown, 4 minutes, double minor for roughing.
Oh, wow.
Wow, so Kylie Brown given a double minor for roughing. They give Schultz of U of A just a minor penalty for roughing. So the first 2 are going to offset, and the final 2 minutes are going to play once the whistle is blown.
I thought we were tested last period with our defense with a 3-on-5 advantage. This is just another test to see what our defense is really made of.
Yeah, 1:45 left on the clock, so Brown is in the box until the period is over. Still some miscommunication going on. Finally, the whistle blows, heading to the face-off circle. Both the Sun Devils and the Wildcats. Burdell on the face-off going against Sam Murphy. Face-off won by Murphy. She's going to get it herself, too. And even strength play here. It's 4-on-4. Murphy dicing through the defenders, and they've got a 3-on-2 rush the other way. Murphy now cutting to the outside. Murphy goes behind the net. Falling is Sorley. Seems like the Sun Devils didn't catch it, though, as they hold offensive pressure. Quick shot from the point. Blocked on there by Burdell. The Wildcats able to get some possession. Throwing some body here is the Wildcats. As at the point now is number 7, Coons. Coons dicing through the defenders. Snaking through both number 85, Carson, and number 4, Verteber. A beautiful play there at the line.
Oh, you got to look at the craftsmanship and the way they move this puck around. I mean, Sam Murphy diced through 3 defenders, got to Coons, who got through around a nice shot, just didn't go in, but some good looks for ASU.
Back out there is Devaney for ASU. There seemed to be star player of the night. Quick shot here on the wall by Paige Ring. And the Wildcats clear the zone as Devaney recovering it. As now the Sun Devils end up on the penalty kill. Devaney tries throwing one in the zone, but it finds its way out of play. 52 seconds left in the second period.
You know, the score is 3-0, but it feels like it's not even 3-0 because you know the circumstances right now with what ASU's in, especially after that penalty, we really got to stand tall and solidify our defense.
And most certainly, it seems ASU has 5 players on the ice. Yeah, going off the ice is Paige Ring. And the Wildcats win this faceoff. It's going to trickle all the way to their own end as they start their power play off back in their own end, which has seemed to be a common showing from the Sun Devils as they put so much pressure on them, even down in the man advantage. And here comes Howell the other way, sticked away there by Draper. Good defensive play. Howell holds possession. She moves along the top. Howell.
Well, she's the player to watch. I mean, she has 5 goals in overtime this season. I mean, not in overtime, in the power play this season so far.
Carson puts a shot on net, and it's kicked away there. And the Wildcats able to regain possession just in the neutral zone. Trying to sauce one over to Carson. Bounces over the stick. 10 seconds left now. Trying to get one final rush with 5 seconds left. They're going to send one in desperation. Here comes Howell. 1 second left. Quick shot. Goes wide. As that will wrap up the second period of play. It is 3-0 Sun Devils in favor of, or over the Wildcats. 29 shots to the Wildcats 16. It has been all Sun Devils, and we will see you guys after the break. And we're back in Tempe, Arizona for the third period of play between the Arizona State University Sun Devils and the University of Arizona Wildcats. Tanner, so far the Wildcats have really been struggling. What's one thing that you could say that they need to enforce to, bring themselves back in this game?
I think they need to be less sloppy with the puck, and I think they need to pace themselves. They start off fast in the beginning of the first 2 periods, dominate a little bit, and they almost run out of gas. One thing ASU needs to keep doing is applying the pressure and not lose sight of what's important. Switching gears, we're going to talk about Lily Howe. She has 11 points and leads the team. She has 9 goals in her first 7 games this year. So that's a big player to be watched in this next period, as I know U of A will really start to up the tempo and really get desperate over here. So we need to watch Lily Howe, especially in the power play, like I said before earlier in the game.
Yeah, the 5'2" sophomore has really been all over it so far today, but she hasn't been able to find the back of the net or really produce much offense, as the Wildcats have only been able to put up a low amount of 16 shots today. It's kind of been a sloppy performance on their behalf, and obviously not the performance that she's been wanting and obviously desiring for. But we're going to head into the third period of play as they look to pick it up here.
Yeah. I think ASU needs to keep doing what they've been doing. But like I said before, this U of A team can score.
And right on cue, there's Howell right off the draw, firing a shot towards the net. Just misses wide. And the Wildcats going to hold some offensive zone pressure here as the Sun Devils get back to full strength. Retrieving the puck in her own zone is Laybolt. She's going up the other way. Laybolt now cutting to the middle. Offside's called as Carson gives Laybolt a little shove.
I mean, you already see it. Bright in their zone, gets a shot off right away. We just talked about how, so far I think the Sun Devils know what they're going up against, and their game plan has been really good, just swarming her and making someone else beat you.
Yeah, here come the Sun Devils. Seems to be their second line here, consisting of a couple of strong players for them. They have Bray Powell on this line, who had a ripper earlier in the game. As the puck ends up back in their own end, Powell along the boards, chips it out, but deflected by number 4 of U of A, that's Verteber. And going back again to behind their net is the Sun Devils. This time Powell has it on the wall. Verteber again takes it away. Powell chips it this time, and coming the other way are the Sun Devils. It's Murphy. Murphy moves it in. That's Laybolt. Laybolt, good move. Bigger save, though, by Sorley.
Sorley dives on that thing, almost went in. If there was someone right there, they easily could have chipped it in. So ASU already setting themselves up in good spot, getting the faceoff in the Wildcat zone.
Yeah, a beautiful play out in front of the net by Label. Label able to maneuver past one defender, but obviously can't beat the more important defender, which is Sorley. Sorley stands tall and keeps the lead at 3. Off the draw, big shot here coming from number 17. That's Olsen. Just fires wide. Opportunity missed again for ASU. They have come firing out of the gate.
I mean, one thing we really haven't mentioned is the awareness by this ASU team. I mean, Olsen right off this faceoff, dekes the defender and tries to get the puck in the goal.
Shot towards the net, bouncing in front of the net. Another save by Sorley. A good look on the shot there from Berlmeyer. She just fires one as she saw bodies in front of the net. Coming back towards the net. Penalty called on the Wildcats. We've got a hooking coming up on number 48, Rylan Pesca.
I mean, it's really impressive. I mean, you can tell this Sun Devil offense has smelled blood in the water, and they're trying to strike.
Yeah, they're looking to cut or add to their lead, make it 4-0. They have now doubled the shots of the Wildcats as they send out their second power play unit, which is Powell, Label, and number 24, Sam Murphy. All three capable of putting the puck in the back of the net as they retrieve it in their own end. Coming up the ice is Draper. Draper moves it along the boards. She's got Powell. Powell working on Schultz. Has to move it down low. Back up to Powell now. Powell, Schultz puts the body on her. Doesn't give away the puck, though, as she refuses to give it up. But this time, picking it off on the pass is Bradell for the Wildcats. And going to their own end are the Sun Devils. Moving up ice now are the Sun Devils. Leading it is Sam Murphy. Sam Murphy handing it off to Label.
Oh, between two defenders. Look
Label,
at that.
nifty move there as she's going to set up their power play. Label working along the line. She's got Draper. Draper towards the net. Tipped in front. Here comes Label. And she can't bury it. Sorley stays tall.
Oh, right there. I feel like that puck was there forever waiting to go in that net. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it just kind of came down to who was going to see it first, Sorley or Label, and it happened to be Sorley. A positive sign there for the Wildcats. She's able to stand tall and keep the lead at just 3. Along the line here, shot fired towards the net is Devaney, and trying to clear, it's the Wildcats, held into the zone by Ring. Ring fires one on net, kicked away by Sorley, sent all the way down the ice by, looked to be Howell, and Arizona State starting their breakout again. Moving it up the wall, they try to find Olsen. Olsen in a puck battle with Howell, using their numbers, trying to get it out of Howell's skates. Just a really uptight board battle going on here, killing the clock. Great play by Howell. And retrieving it is ASU. Coming in the zone is Ring. Ring, cross ice to Brown, just off the stick of Brown.
Oh, what a great pass. That almost landed.
A perfect look. Devaney now at the point. Snake guy pass. She's got Ring. Ring fires one off the crossbar. Wow, I don't think Sorley ever saw that one.
No, if that was a little bit lower and we had a shot. Oh.
I don't know if that was the intent there by Ring. She fired one towards the net. I think it hit a skate in front, hit the crossbar. A good bounce towards the net, but it ended up going out of play. 6 seconds left on the man advantage for the Sun Devils. Face off, one back by Murphy. Murphy, move on the wall, and it's picked off here by number 26 of Arizona towards the net. Shot, big save by the netminder, Gleister. Gleister playing a phenomenal game so far. And picking it off here is Glover. Glover moving towards the net, trying to find someone to move it to. Finds a man down low, but puck trickles off their stick, and the Sun Devils regain possession. Coming up ice here for the Sun Devils with a dangerous pass with Streak, wow. Sends one, gets picked off, and there's an injured body down. Looks to be Glover for the Wildcats. Whistle blows after a big body was thrown. That looked to be by Label. No penalty called. Seems like maybe just got the wind knocked out
Yeah.
of her. Just taking her time to get up. It's a pretty big hit there.
A good stop to the pace, kind of good for the Wildcats to get their breath and really relax. But no, ASU's really been applying the pressure. I think on that breakaway, you can see Label get back, make it easier for the goalie to get that stop. So
Yeah, Paige Ring on the face-off here going against Schultz. They both try to go forward, but the winner of it is Ring. And the Wildcats able to maintain a little possession off the draw. As going in now is Burdell. Burdell moving in, not many numbers with her. Puck taken away by Coons. Coons tries to send it up the wall. Quick shot along the wall from number 85 of the Wildcats. That's Carson, Kenzie Carson with a shot on net, but it's eaten there by Gleister.
Gleister's done such a great job staying in front of that puck and not giving any chances for the second chance points for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Gleister playing in only her second game of the year. She hasn't really been the main man when calling the number for goalies, but she has shown that she is a reliable option for this squad, as she's really just stood on her head all game, obviously not allowing one past her.
Yeah.
And a shot fired there quickly along the wall from Schultz. Bounces wide. Arizona State and Arizona in a puck battle now. Coming out with it is Paige Ring, moving up the ice. Ring to Devaney. Devaney puts it in the zone. Schultz retrieves for the Wildcats.
You know, on the chase, we saw ASU being very aggressive like they have been all game.
Yeah, as they keep up the aggressiveness, as there's not a body of the Wildcats that is just getting away without getting touched after, as Allen is sending a puck into the zone. This time it's retrieved by number 17, Olsen. Olsen now with no numbers by herself. She's all alone. Cuts in. No one's taken it away from her yet. She's all over this puck. Olsen now remaining with the puck. Phenomenal play behind the net. She moves it rink wide to Label. Or excuse me, not Label. That's Coons. Coons shot blocked there by number 2 of the Wildcats. That's Maine. Elena Maine with a big block shot and a big shot opportunity. ASU maintained possession here. Coming in the zone is number 27. That's Burlmeyer. Burlmeyer splits the D, but taken away by Glover. She's back on the ice after her injury. Allen now sending it behind the net to Glover. Glover sends it right back to Allen. And this time it's Brady with it. Brady, cross-ice pass, finds Miller, but picked off and poked away by number 27, Burlmeyer. Here comes Glover moving up the ice. Glover to the middle, quick shot there, goes wide. Shot attempt from number 26, Sarinen of the Wildcats. Puck battle behind the net. The Sun Devils come out with it.
Let's see if they can regroup and get it back into that Wildcat zone.
Yeah, Verteber on the puck heavily there, but can't get it as the Sun Devils come the other way. Nifty move attempted by Sears, just played great there by Brady. Sears now coming to the front of the net, cross-ice pass, quick shot, big save by Sorley. Sorley again standing tall early on in this third period.
I mean, you just see the fearlessness by this ASU team. I mean, you saw Olsen take on 5 defenders by herself into that Wildcat zone, gets around him, hits Hannah Coons for the perfect pass for an opportunity.
And Arizona now getting pressure off the face-off here. Quick shot there by Carson. Kenzie Carson sends one into the chest. And a face-off coming off to the right side of Gleister.
What is that, like her 6th stop on a breakaway, I would say?
Yeah, on an odd man rush, she's been standing really tall.
Yeah.
Face-off, one back by Schultz. She's going to send one in down to Burdell. Burdell sends it back to Schultz, but the Sun Devils pick it off here. Going the other way now. Nifty move between the legs is Label. Label chasing one down. Has help from her man Murphy. Murphy gets the puck chipped away, and here comes Kenzie Carson all alone. Kenzie Carson, quick shot there, gloved by Gleister.
Standing like a brick wall. I don't think I've even seen there's maybe 2 shots that have been close, but every other shot has been contained.
Yeah, she's had great rebound control today, playing a phenomenal game as the Wildcats have had good minute of pressure here, getting 4 solid shots, and she stood tall on all of them. As the Wildcats unable to win this faceoff, as the Sun Devils get possession with their first line out there of Brown, Ring, and Devaney. Behind the net now is Coons. Coons looking for Brown. Poked away by Ring. Back and forth play at the blue line, ends up on the stick of Glover in her own end. Glover sends a pass up ice, and here's Howell. Nice play off the skate of Thompson. Howell sends one towards the net. Gleister blockers it behind her own net. And coming up ice again is Coons. Coons looks for Brown. Brown spun around but stays on it. As here comes Devaney. Devaney picks it up, loses a little bit of possession. Pesca pokes it away, and Howell looks for Miller in the middle of the ice to no avail. In their own end now, though, picked off, coming right off the bench by number 25, moving in and just dumping it in this time. No work over there on the odd man rush. Played great again defensively.
Yeah, the second it past that blue line, they apply pressure and make it hard for you to get the puck near the net.
As this one's sent towards the net. And another one right back at the net. Another missed opportunity here by the Wildcats, just inches away from burying their first one and hopefully shifting the momentum in their favor.
That might have been one of the best looks they've had in ASU zone so far, but here's ASU coming back with it.
Devaney trying to get a puck from a pass of Brown. Hits a weird angle of her backhand, goes flying out of play. Face off on the neutral zone side of the Wildcats.
My oh my, she's been everywhere on the ice. She's been like the Flash, and it's just like the second she's on the ice, you can see the impact she has going from side to side.
Yeah, her quickness is just really what stands out compared to everyone else, as it's ASU and the Wildcats just fighting in the neutral zone for it. Spinning around now is Paige Bryan. They're going to get it into the offensive zone. Here comes Berlemeyer. Berlemeyer taken down by Glover. And a quick shot coming from the point. Sorley never saw it. Luckily, it went wide. Back out to the point yet again. Bumped off from Powell, or not Powell, excuse me. Comes up to number 23, that's Garevis. Blocked on right along by Bridle. Burdell now coming towards breakaway chance. Goes to the backhand, misses wide.
Huge stop, huge stop.
Again, nowhere to shoot on Gleister. She has just been the main girl in this game, as putting the puck into the zone for ASU is Berlemeyer. Berlemeyer has it fetched off her just right after, and Maine gets it for the Wildcats. ASU able to get this puck right back on their sticks, but the Wildcats say not for long as they regain possession in their own end. 9:35 left to play in this final period of play. Puck battle in the corner.
I would say instead of clean, it's been a really, really gritty third period for the puck, I would say.
Yeah, easily, very gritty. A lot of board battles. Just goes to show how bad Arizona wants to get feisty for their first goal. It doesn't have to be pretty. They just know it's got to find the back of the net. And coming into the zone for the Sun Devils is number 21, Sophie Sears. Stick handles into the middle, loses the puck, and banked off the wall by number 48, that's Pesca. Going back all the way to the Arizona State end. Pesca now, another turnover caused by her. Quick shot out in front by Howell. Another save by Gleister.
Talk about a brick wall. We have it at this Iceplex right now.
I mean, wow. Gleister standing on her head in these past couple of minutes. It has really been offensive pressure from the Wildcats.
This is the most pressure we've seen from the Wildcats all game so far, and she's just standing up to each shot.
Wildcats with it behind Gleister's net. And it's going to be rimmed around here to number 15, that's Powell. Bray Powell loses it on the boards, and it's Howell on it now. Howell loses it back to Powell. Little name play going on here, back and forth between Howell and Powell. Shot fired towards the net by Pesca. Just finds its way wide. And Arizona holding some offensive pressure in which they've needed this entire game. Finally cutting off passes. Pesca now with it. Pesca rounds the top of the circle. Quick shot just wide. Nowhere to shoot. Gleister taking up all the net. And Arizona State coming the other way, chips one towards the middle, is number 24, sending one towards the net. Again is Sam Murphy as she retrieves it off her own error.
Taking a hit off the glass.
Yeah, big hit on the glass here by us. That's by Labelt. And Arizona now looking for some numbers. Quick sauce pass going to Howell. Howell bats it down but can't maintain possession. And power
Probably going
play.
to call for tripping right there on ASU, I think.
Power play coming for the Wildcats. Tripping called on Sam Murphy. This is a big opportunity for the Wildcats to show some sort of life for the rest of this game.
Like we mentioned, we got to keep all eyes on Lily Howell. 5 goals in the power play this season. ASU's done a great job on defense. We'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, Howell's going to stay out here. She's had herself a longer shift. So we'll really see what she's going to do with that. See if she shows any signs of fatigue as Arizona State clears the zone, goes all the way behind the net, and Verteber picks it up for the Wildcats. Howell now to Burdell. Verteber back to Schultz. Schultz now. Schultz fires one towards the net, goes wide. Verteber at the point, retrieves it for the Wildcats, but it's chipped away as it bounces off her twig. And a little mishap coming on the Arizona State bench here as water bottles flying onto the ice. But the Wildcats looking to convert here on the power play.
Here's Howell.
Howell coming up the ice with numbers. She's going to drop it. Cross ice feed. Big shot there and an even better save by Gleister. The powerful shot there by Thompson. Just kicked away by Gleister. Puck sent in now by Miller. Chasing it is Howell. Howell doesn't want to get off the ice as she has been all over it this shift. Finally starts to make her way towards the bench as Carson moves it over rink wide. Shot here, big block. Right out in front of her is number 8, Labelt. Labelt sends it in the zone. Good sequence of events from Labelt as she's going to apply some pressure here on Thompson as they both get tangled up in the corner. And the Wildcats come the other way with the puck. Here comes Pesca. Pesca moving wide. Big poke away by Deveni. And again, clearing the zone is Labelt. Schultz picking it up behind her net with one final rush on this power play. With 20 seconds left, now 15. Here comes Schultz. Schultz taking it in, delayed offsides coming. Carson moves it back, and it's in the stick of Glover now. Glover's going to drop it to Verteber. Tried kicking it away. It was Paige Bryan, and she loses her footing. Schultz now into the zone, stops up, looks for a trailer, throws it at the net. Another stop from Gleister. Quick shot from Glover this time, goes just wide. On the boards now with it is Paige Ring. Ring gets it taken away by Burdell. Burdell drops it back to Verbeter, and coming the other way is the Sun Devils. Here comes Deveni.
Deveni on the breakaway.
Deveni using her speed. Quick shot just wide. Didn't get enough of it. On the boards now, it's Glover. Glover tips it to Verbeter. Up to Burdell. Burdell moves it up towards the ASU bench. And it goes right back to the Wildcat zone. Retrieving it this time is Allen.
I couldn't even tell that was a power play. The defense played so well.
I know. That's kind of been the story of Arizona's special teams is you don't know if they're on the plus side or on the negative side.
Yeah.
As moving in is Carson. Carson gets taken down. Excuse me, that's not Carson. That's number 26, Sarinen. No penalty seems to be called, just picked up there by Gleister.
I think you have to give a lot of credit to this defense. I mean, they noticed how urgent and how focused the Wildcats were on this, knowing the crucial time of having to score in the power play to get it in a 2-score lead, and they've stood up and got it out of their zone every time.
Yeah, Anna Jeffs here on the faceoff for the Wildcats. Something that's been another struggle for them is winning the draws as she loses that one. And Arizona State gets some quick possession behind their own net. Picked off pass here. Oh, looks rink wide towards number 16, Thompson. Can't find a stick. And Arizona State regains possession yet again in their own end. Moving around her net, that's Gervais. Gervais. chips it out, and it's on the stick of Allen for the Wildcats. Behind the net now. Allen turns it over, sending it towards the net is Label. Label has nothing there, and the Wildcats clear.
I think a big part of that penalty kill has been Label. She's really gotten back, holding players back, and really getting the net out of the zone. I mean, she's always back there when the puck leaves the zone. She's always one of the first ones there.
Yeah, I mean, Label has been really all over it. She's may not have been popping up on the score sheet, but she's been doing things that coaches love to see, just been putting pressure all over on every aspect of the ice. As the first line rolls out here for ASU, it's Ring, Brown, and Devaney. It's Ring on the faceoff. She loses it back. Big win there by Schultz. And coming the other way are the Wildcats. Glover now. She's got numbers. It's a 3-on-2 rush, and she looks for her man down the ice. That was number 9, Brittany Bradell, and she just can't find her stick.
You know, they've had opportunities. The Wildcats have had good spots. They just haven't been able to put it together.
Yeah, it's kind of been the story of the night for the Wildcats. It's just 1 inch away from a big play, and they've just missed on most of these opportunities.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be Ring and Schultz on the faceoff. Or Ring wins this one, sending it towards the net. It's Devaney. Devaney tipped down front. Brown now with a shot. And that one's going to go wide. Ring with it. It's kicked away by an Arizona defender. It's going to go back towards Schultz. Towards the front of the net, Glover clears for the Wildcats. Tagging up for offsides is the Sun Devils. Burdell now looking cross ice for Carson. Carson putting some pressure on. Poked away, right away though, by Streak. And the puck is going to get sent down by Carson towards the Arizona goal, or Arizona State goal. Sun Devils now moving up ice, looking cross ice for Berlemeyer. Berlemeyer using her speed, cuts inside, backhand attempt, blockered away by Sorley. Puck behind the net of the Wildcats, retrieved here towards the top of the circle by Kristoff. Kristoff holds possession and finds a man across the ice. It's 22, it's Bryan, Paige Bryan. Drops it now for Coons. Coons cutting to the middle, and it's poked away by Miller. Puck now sent behind the net by Pesca. Pesca to Allen. Allen back to Pesca. Pesca sends one, kicked away, and regrouping are the Sun Devils. Another puck just sent across the length of the ice off the stick of Olsen, and the Wildcats again going from Allen from behind her net, and up ice now is the big body of Anna Jeffs, the 5'11" build, and here come the Sun Devils. Quick shot along the rush is from Paige Bryan, and it's saved by the chest of Sorley.
I think you've really seen the toll on the Wildcats. I mean, when you're in your own zone for a while, you just get tired, and it's hard to get back down to the puck when the other team is dominating in your own zone. Yeah,
the fatigue is coming out for sure for the Wildcats, as Sophie Sears on the draw against Anna Jeffs. It goes in favor of Jeffs. Puck is cleared by the Wildcats. Retrieving it for the Sun Devils is number 16. Rimming it around is number 4, Verbater of the Wildcats. And the Sun Devils and the Wildcats going back and forth at center ice. And coming the other way is number 26, that's Stoddard, and a high stick caught in front of the net by Liv Lavelle. No call there. She's going to limp her way towards the bench in some pain.
I think one thing to mention is the depth of this ASU team. I mean, it doesn't matter who's on the ice. It's always the same theme.
Yeah, they're always just applying pressure. That's all they do. Is they're that annoying team that stays on the puck, as they do right here. Quick shot from the point, blocked out in front by Pesca. Risky block using what looked to be her cage, as Schultz has it coming the other way, sends it towards the net, looks for Carson's stick, but to no avail. Burdell on it now. 1 minute left in regulation play. 3-0 Arizona State as they hold possession. It's Powell. Powell looking cross ice now, trying to find Label. Could not. Label makes her way back to the puck and sends it in zone. Here comes Carson. Carson gets it picked off by Devaney. Devaney using her speed, going wide.
Let's see if we can get a score in the last 40 seconds.
Yeah, 40 seconds left to play. Devaney skating around the net.
Nice
Looks
pass
cross
cross.
ice. She's got Draper. Draper's shot tipped out by Carson. On it now is Murphy. Murphy towards the point, back to Murphy. Murphy puts it down low to Devaney. Devaney out front, beautiful passing play, but couldn't get put home by Label. She whiffs on it. Carson with it now. She's gonna rim it all the way around in hopes it goes out, but it does not. It's kept in at the blue line by Gervais. Gervais to Devaney. Devaney cutting in the middle of the ice, 6 seconds left. Gets a shot, doesn't put the shot on actually, fakes me and the defender's out, and that's gonna wrap up our game. The clock hits 0. The Sun Devils remain victorious. They win 3-0 against their crosstown rivals of Tucson, the Arizona Wildcats.
You know, I think this game, we talked about their defense really applying pressure, but one thing that really showed up that wasn't as common in the last time they played these Arizona Wildcats was their offense. Their offense was firing on all cylinders, and dominating the puck is where they were really at. Even on the 2-man advantages, I mean, ASU stayed consistent and played their game. There were some rough ups, and it never bothered them.
Yeah, Arizona State really came out with the game plan of just never quitting, never giving up on any puck, no matter what the circumstance was, even if they were down 2 players. We're going to get a quick look over here at the upcoming games for ASU as they sit ranked 7th nationally. Their next game comes up on the 21st and 22nd between a series of GCU and Arizona State, crosstown rivals down in Phoenix. Then they head and play Lake Superior State University, which is cross country for them. And then they play University of Utah on the 21st of January, and the 5th and 6th of February they play Lindenwood University, and wrapping up their season they play Grand Canyon University yet again at home. And that will wrap up our presentation of today's game. I've been Liam Cohen alongside.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it has been a pleasure to announce this game. We will see you at the next game.